Wondering how you can build a following you can monetize using your website? That's the million-dollar question. That is what today's video is all about, and I have an amazing tutorial for you using WordPress.com. You will be amazed how easy it is these days here in 2020s to set up a website from scratch. But before we get into that tutorial, here's some inspiration. If you were to ask me, hey Julia, how much money have you made using your websites? Well, first of all, I'd smile, I'd stop, and then I'd have to pull out a calculator and figure out what numbers to crunch. Because since I dropped out of college back in 2011 at 19 years old to learn how to monetize my passion, I have made over $5 million gross in sales using, you guessed it, my website. I don't believe on staking your reputation, your name, and your income, most importantly, on platforms you don't own, like social media. I am brand focused. I come up with a brand name, I create a brand, then I buy the domain, then I build the website. And in today's video, I'll show you how. And once the website is built, I build teams so I can step away and grow to 6 and 7 figures. I've done this in multiple businesses. And at Content Hacker, it's what I teach creative entrepreneurs to do too. How to grow exponentially through strategy, skills, and systems. But back to today's topic, how to build a following you can monetize using a website. It's easier than ever. Here's the kicker to that $5 million number. I started with nothing. In fact, I had $75 in my bank account. That was it. I came from a very poor family. We lived on less than $400 a month as a family of 4. And yes, that meant there were nights I didn't eat. So if you're thinking, well, Julia, you had money, you had time, you're wrong. I was living on nothing. But one of the first things I did, first year I started, was build and launch a website. Digital real estate I own. I don't know what era you came from, but the yellow page days are gone. And if you're thinking, well, Julia, I'm not a millennial and I'm not here to be on TikTok and Instagram all the time, I have good news for you, because SEO brings in 1,000% more traffic than social media. And the world I live in of content and content marketing is about to be worth $600 billion. There's money to be made if you want to be a provider selling or teaching a creative solution. There's money to be made if you want to tap into your passion, sell it on a website, and build a following you can monetize. Get off that real estate you don't own and start building a website using WordPress.com. All right, let's get into the tutorial because I want to show you just how easy this is. It's kind of mind-blowing. We're about to switch to my desk, but first I had to address a question I get all the time. But Julia, shouldn't I go get clients and money before I build my website? The answer is no, and I'll tell you why. If you buckle in before it gets busy, before it gets crazy, and you build your brand first, you put together some copy, you get clear on your audience, you get clear on your brand name, you have a logo design that you love, you will be so much more inspired to build that website, and then you'll actually be in a good place to get clients when you finally launch. As a business owner for 10 years, building more than 5 brands, selling one for over 7 figures, an investment mindset works in your best interest. Because when you settle in to build the brand, get the skills, get your website top notch, set up right, your brand looking amazing, then when you get clients, you'll be set up in the best way you possibly can. And these days, you really don't want to send clients to a sloppy looking website. Even worse, as a creative provider, coach, expert, you don't want to tell them, oh, I don't have that yet. It is imperative to have a website if you're going to sell services online, products, you name whatever it is you're selling. So you're here at my desk with me, and we are going to sign up for a completely brand new WordPress.com account and build a little website, a very simple website to say that our brand is coming soon. And I just wanted to jump in and clarify, I'm in the production stages of this video. The baby is in between sleeping and waking. But I wanted to add that the sky is the limit, really, when you're here working within WordPress.com. You don't have to create just this simple landing page, one-page website that I'm creating for the sake of this tutorial. It is really easy to create a robust, professional website. WordPress has made it as easy as possible to get started, and with the amount of themes, styles, and options you can pick from to put together an incredible website, your website can scale as your brand grows. And you can do this within WordPress.com. Okay, back to filming. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So obviously we're going to go to WordPress.com, scroll down, and you will see the WordPress Pro and the WordPress Free. Now, the beautiful thing about this is you can sign up for WordPress.com free or pro. You can sign up and start on the free plan and then switch and upgrade to pro whenever you want. So it's completely up to you. If you need to start at zero, you absolutely can. And you can start building your website for free and then upgrade whenever you need to. The WordPress Pro plan has so many benefits that are just amazing. I think it's incredible how WordPress.com has now launched what feels like an all-in-one platform for entrepreneurs building their website and their online presence. So what you get here is so much. The domain name is included over on the pro side. Premium themes are included. You get access to all of that. All the WordPress plugins, unlimited. That's there. Support included. Storage included 50 gigabytes, which is great. If you're like me, you will load that media library with all kinds of images to use in your blog, your homepage, etc. You know, especially if you are building like a personal brand or anything like that, you want pictures of you, you will need that storage. And it's great that you can start with 1 gigabyte over on the WordPress.com free plan. So if that's where you want to start, that's fine. For this tutorial, we are going to go ahead and get started with the Pro. So let's click on that button. So let's go ahead and follow these steps. Okay, I'm going to hit create my account. I'm going to save the password. I love how easy it is to choose a domain. You put in a keyword and you can start picking your domain name. So I'm going to pick a domain name that's relevant to our German Shepherd venture. My husband is raising them here at our farm. Now, we already own the domain TexasGermanShepherds.com, but if I was going to pick a second one, I might select that one. So let's just go ahead and use that. Now at Content Hacker, I teach my entrepreneurs in my mentorship program to have their brand name already picked out before they get here, based on research, based on what your audience wants, and based on your offer. So it is true that you shouldn't randomly pick a domain name. Your domain name should be clear, short, and based on your brand. Okay, so I have 2 weeks to try this out. If I don't like it, I can get a full refund. That's what WordPress has offered. If you have any coupon codes, you can insert them here. I'm going to go ahead and finish filling this out. So it looks like my total with tax was $191.88. Still not too bad to have a whole year here. And all of these things that are included, like WordPress.com premium features. So it looks like you can also set up your email, which is amazing. I can pay monthly on that, or I can pay annually. And it looks like I get 3 months free. So I would definitely recommend to do that so you have a professional email. So let's go ahead and set ours up. So this will activate a subscription that renews in July. So that is in a couple months. They're going to renew the subscription at a reduced price of just $26. So that's a 3-month subscription, April 27th to July 27th. Not a bad price, I have to say. Okay, so where will we start? Definitely recommend start building your website. And it looks like they have an import tool, and then you can start from scratch. But I don't recommend that. We're gonna do the build feature, start building. And this is an amazing way to get a website done for next to nothing. There are so many here I like. This will be a beautiful theme if you were a brand designer, photographer, anything like that. Podcast themes are launching soon for a gallery in downtown Boston. I mean, this would be beautiful if you were opening a cafe, as you could just put together a one-page landing page. E-commerce products, that is absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and test the burn theme. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and it looks like it loaded in no time at all. Take the short interactive tour. These are pretty simple features here that I'm already familiar with. Dragging and dropping, how to bold text. There's an undo button if you've made a mistake, which is really cool. Almost like you're working in Microsoft Word there. Okay, so first we're going to start with our title and our tagline. So I'm going to replace this picture with a picture of our German Shepherd. So I'm going to go ahead and hit replace, select image, upload that. I'm going to click Add New. So I made this view full screen so I can see everything as I work on it, which I love that I'm able to do that. So we're going to play with page blocks a little bit, and I want to show you how easy it is to choose the columns that you want, because that's something we want to do here. I want to see if I can add this in a different type of layout. There's so many different ways to play around with the blocks, which I love. So if you go and you're adding a new block, which you can access that right here, the little blue plus button, you can choose what you want to do: an image, a heading, a subscribe, columns, premium content like a subscription, a membership, a paragraph. So I love that we can choose that, and we have suggestions. We can do a full width image, right? So there's so many different things you can do that are quick and easy, just a few clicks. So right up here, I'm playing around with the columns that I have, and I'm going to go ahead and remove these. So to do that, we're going to click on the whole section for all of them, click on these three dots, remove column. Right, now we can add a new one. Okay, so I have this looking how I want it, and it was so simple and easy to do that. I also love this little undo button up here in case there's something I didn't like that I did. It feels like I'm working within Word or something. So WordPress.com, shout out to you guys. You did a great job with this builder. Okay, so let's go back to picking an image now that I have this layout how I want it. And by the way, quick tip here, whenever you go to select your image, you can actually work with Google Photos and these different image uploading platforms. But the media library I especially love, because look at this, we can upload documents, we can upload videos, audio, and we can look at our pictures in different sizes at a glance. Love the functionality. By the way, shout out to WordPress.com and how much they do make this feel like you're working within a Word document. I just hit Command-I on my MacBook Pro and and I was able to write in italics. That's amazing. Okay, so right now we have a basic website that I'm proud of that I can share as we work on this business. We have simple branding here. We have photos that look good, text placed well with headers, formatting. So I'm going to go ahead and hit update and save this. I added a section about Josh since he is the primary owner of this business. We're going to add a wait list at a later point. I do see a way that you can subscribe and set up the email subscription this way, which is really cool. So if we dig into that, so we see that we can get subscribers and then we can manage them from my site's users, all users. So anytime you're not sure about the next step, these little learn more and the help articles here are very useful, because, you know, as easy as this is, I would have never known that this is how I can go see my users. I would automatically think, well, I have to connect an email marketing software. So this is really good to know how to get to your email followers. And since that option is built in, that means that we can launch this in no time at all, right? Because we don't have to set up the email marketing software yet. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And we have a very basic home page. So if we go back to dashboard, we can continue to work through all of these steps. It looks like we need to confirm our email address. We can try the WordPress app to manage our site and follow stats on the go, which is really cool. We can enable sharing once we launch and publish some blogs, and then we can make it public when we're ready. I like how simple this dashboard is, because it gives you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps to finish. If we go through the different tabs, we can see our visitors from here. Typically, if you're not using WordPress.com, you have to set up Google Analytics, which doesn't take that long. I do recommend that if you're not using WordPress.com. But if you are, you can see your statistics right here. I can also manage my inbox from here, which is amazing. So we're logging in and it looks like it's managed through Titan. Posts, of course, these are our blogs. So if we wanted to create a blog, we're going to click add new, and then our blog is going right here. Now I write all my blogs in Word. You know, I love good old Word, and then I bring them into the WordPress blog editor. Media, these are all of our uploads, our images. Pages, we can continue working on our pages. So if we were to add a contact page, for example, if we click on add a page, you can see the different layouts. You can see predefined layouts ready to go for you, and you can pick which layout to use. Look at this, link in bio. That is amazing. So you can set up different links and then have a link that you can drop right in your Instagram bio. Absolutely love that. So if we go back to add new page, we look at all of the templates. I have to say, for somebody that does not build websites, this is very simple, even for me. We have a blog layout that we can pick, a services page template that we can choose from, standard menu, a bio, featured service, services with testimonials. That would be great for creative services of any type, services with case studies. And then a contact page. We have multiple simple little layouts we can pick from. Love it. A coming soon. If you don't want to launch your site yet, you just want to get a landing page out so that people can start emailing you and subscribing. You can set up a portfolio if you want to, or just a text-based page. So this makes it really, really simple for us to get into our website, start building something, and just get it going. I do recommend, the more money you make in your business, reinvest it into your website. Absolutely reinvest it. WooCommerce, we've used that before in my writing agency to set up the back end. So that is amazing that that's included. Once we confirm our email address, we can hit start a new store. So here under pages, we can edit our page directly, grab the link for it if we needed to, clone it, copy it, see statistics. So we're gonna hit view page and see this really cool little website we built. And look at this, it looks awesome for a quick start to a good brand. This is really cool. As a simple way to get your brand off the ground, this is such a great start. So you really have no excuse not to start building a website, because we now have the opportunity to create our sites with such an easy platform and builder. So I highly recommend WordPress.com. WordPress.com is the hosted version of .org. So it's the benefits of WordPress, everything I love about WordPress and have for years, along with hosting, support, security, and so many other things that you would typically have to buy separately and piece together. So for someone just starting out, WordPress.com is incredible. And again, you can get started completely free with that WordPress.com free plan, and then upgrade anytime to the Pro to get all of these features in one dashboard, which I have to say is amazing. So of course the road is just beginning. Whenever you launch your website and you get it put together in a way where you're proud of it, you can go knock on a door, say, hey client, go check out my website. You'll be able to contact me, hire me through that website. When you're confident and proud because you have a great website and you can do that, clients will see it and you will make income whenever you go and talk to clients. So instead of just thinking, well, how do I promote, think of how do I build a great website that I'm really proud of, so whenever I go tell this potential client over coffee or over a Zoom call that I am able to be hired now. They can click a button to contact me. I have a professional email. It's not a Gmail, it's not an Outlook, it's not a Yahoo. That simple act alone is even more important than figuring out all the million ways you can promote it. Let your business naturally grow. I'm a big fan. You're going to hear me use the word sustainable a lot if you stick around my channel. I love sustainable growth. I mean, we want to be able to step away at 3, 4, or 5 o'clock and have time for our family, for yoga, for workouts, for life. All right, that was a rabbit trail, but the truth is promotion will come easily. When you have a brand you love, you've worked on it, that website is golden, and you're ready to go pitch clients or tell the world what it is you do. Post on all the social networks. I encourage you to test, get creative, get on Instagram, make that reel, get on TikTok, make a TikTok. You never know where your next client will come from. But at the same time, have a baseline content strategy going that will give you life, that will give you income that you can bank on. At The Content Hacker, in my 12-month mentorship, I teach these 2 levels of marketing and promotion. One is your baseline. You have content coming out every week on a channel. You're consistent because you created the strategy for it. You got clear. And I also teach you, when you're ready for it, to scale and get help, because you cannot do it all yourself, especially if you want to hit 6 and 7 figures sustainably. And the next level of marketing is what I call creative, which is where I encourage my entrepreneurs that I mentor to go have fun, get on reels, pull in a client from these amazing new formats. Why not? Yes, it's real estate you don't own, but you should absolutely be testing, having fun, creating content. And for those of you that hate those formats, are like, Julia, I'd rather die, I totally get you. That's not your thing. And the good news is, for 10 years at Express Writers, the writing agency, I grew from nothing to over 100 people on staff and then sold and exited. Well, in that business, we didn't have to exist on social media to sell. 100% of our 7-figure amount every year came from our blog. And we grew our site to over 100,000 visitors and $100,000 a month. Now, I teach this, and if you need help, go to contenthacker.com/transformation. It is my honor and my joy to coach people of all levels, of all stages, of all ages, on how to grow a truly sustainable business without the burnout of having to do everything and be everywhere all the time. And since I sold my agency last September 2021, it is now my full-time thing to coach my creative entrepreneurs. And I also invite you to check out the WordPress Pro plan. You saw me use it. You saw how easy it was. Oh my gosh, it's a no-brainer. If you are just getting started, that is a great way to get started and get a beautiful website up and running in almost no time at all. Don't forget, if you want to go long-term, get strategic with all of your copy. And that includes SEO. How do you structure that? How do you put keywords in it? Which keywords do you optimize for? And then how do you write copy that brings action, gets people to take the next step with you? Get found, take action, right? So those are many different skill sets. And again, I teach all of this in my mentorship program. I believe you have to have the skills first. That's why we start there. And then you can grow, you can delegate, you can hire, you can build a team around what it is you got good at first. So yes, that program will allow you to get started using things like the WordPress Pro plan, where you are doing some of the work yourself. You are learning to write copy yourself. To learn more, go to contenthacker.com/transformation. You can start a chat with us on that page. You can also watch a completely free training I put together that walks you through what it is I teach. And then in the description, check out the WordPress Pro plan. Highly recommend it, and I cannot believe WordPress came up with something so simple and easy to navigate, especially for new business owners or those of us that just don't like the difficulty of trying to build our own sites when it's something we might have to do and we're in that place. For more content like this, please subscribe to my channel here at Julia McCoy.